right, hey, shalom, shalom. Hey, first and foremost, I give all praises, all honor, all glory to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh, Ba'asham, Rakadash. All right, double honors to the apostles, elders at Great Millstone. Shalom to you, Akim, who are pushing the work in truth and in sincerity, bringing forth the testimony of our Lord Yahweh Shai. That testimony is the spirit of prophecy. Prophecy meaning to say before. All right. So this lesson, I don't quite have a name for it just yet, but it's in lieu of a few videos I just watched the elder Malcolm from the Great Millstone chapter out in Chicago. All right. And, he did a video on Candace Owens. All right. Where, she's pretty much being demonetized and for coming up against this the U's, all right, the JOOs, or whatever you want to call them, all right, rats, Amalek, all right. So she's being demonetized, and what we noticed in the elder was breaking it down. Truth is and justice is never going forth. And these devils play this game. They're the one that's playing semantics when it comes to pushing for justice. These Edomites are not about justice. They're not about being fair. It's a rigged game when you deal with Esau, man. They are the unjust judges of the earth, and then that was a very edifying video too. Check it out on his channel. All right, let's see if it comes up. Yeah. Hey, let's see what his channel is. Critical Race Historical Facts. Subscribe and be edified. All right. So, and then now I'm
the overseer class.
I'm listening to what is this? Democracy Now. All right, and they're going into the whole professors being shut down and not being able to teach, investigated because they're standing in solidarity for the whole Gaza Strip thing. All right. So what I notice is, of course, is that if and the elder went over, if you say anything about these devils, these JOOs, all right, they'll cancel you, they'll demonetize you, they'll take your money, even if you speak in truth, okay? Even if you speak in truth, And so I got the inspiration from the elder, and I was just like, man, you know what? Esau, because it's vexing, man, to hear that, there ain't no justice, there ain't no truth. It's vexing, it's all hell, man, And then you got, you do them brothers in their individual lives, trying to seek justice and trying to seek, the right thing. And Esau stonewalls you, man. So that right there, man, that's definitely an injury. Okay. And I'll say this, for Esau, if we dealt unjustly, when we dealt unjustly, all right, we was handed down a punishment from the Almighty, Yahweh Shemel Shai, and not one of us escaped. Okay, not one of us escaped the punishment that the Lord handed down, and he handed it down to the whole nation. All right. Let me see if I can get this really quick. All right, I'm gonna try to make this quick as I am at work. All right. I was just inspired, man. And of course, vexed at the reality of the situation that we're in. You know, the elder mentioned the controversy of Zion. Okay, and essentially these nations have done us wrong and dealt, a fatal blow, somewhat of a fatal blow. But the Lord is keeping us up. It's through His mercies that we're not consumed. All right, so Esau has pretty much dealt us a blow, and on top of that, they they haven't restored a smidgen or the least towards us in us being rebuilt back and and healed. And of course, part of that is because of our own demise that we brought upon ourselves from the Lord. Transgressions. All right. So check this out. I want to read this. This is Isaiah 10:7, and this is pointed towards Esau. So the gist of this lesson is, if we went off and transgressed and dealt unjustly, and the Lord dealt with us, how much more Esau and these nations, right? So this is Isaiah 10:7. It says, "Howbeit he meaneth not so, neither doth his heart think so, but it is in his heart to destroy and cut off nations, not a few." Right? So the Lord is into let's see here. So the Lord doesn't just judge a few people, right? He's going to judge the whole nation of Edom. Okay? And the elder was bringing out precepts, how it's a shameful spewing on their glory, and how the Lord is practically getting at Esau. All right, and in so many ways he's being exposed. Okay, even by his own. And Candace Owens, she was going in, man, on Schumer, man. So let's continue. I only have a few more precepts, man. All right, because this devil, man, is very vexing, man. Just to see them be able to not it's not like they're getting away with anything. Everything is being recorded. Everything is being those charges is going to be added, just like they put charges on top of charges towards us in their justice system. Well, the Most High is doing it in the ultimate the heavenly Supreme Court. Okay, so moving on, it says Lamentation 4:21, it says, "Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, all right, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked." And that's what's happening. They're naked. They're exposed. Okay, their secrets are exposed. Okay, they are drunken. All right, through their pride, through their greed. All right, through their niggardly ways. Okay. All right, their selfish and covetous ways. They're being exposed at the highest levels. All right, and it ain't no running from this. And see, that's what essentially the elder was saying, man. They're trying to hide, throwing rocks and hiding their hands, so to speak. All right, they've done the world a disservice. All right, they've done the worst when it comes to injuries and riches got by deceit. Okay, so this devil wants to hide behind his lies, but ultimately you're gonna have to deal with the Lord. You see, you're gonna have to deal with the Lord. You're handing down harsh sentences. You're stopping people's livelihoods. Just because you want to maintain a lie, you want to maintain and forcibly control a narrative. All right, and you can't justify what you're doing right now in the Gaza Strip, and that's just what it is. I mean, how long do you expect to keep doing, bringing tyranny in the earth and being terrible in the earth? I know Esau's thoughts that they're going to do it until they destroy everything, but in reality, you're going to do it until you destroy yourself. You see, that's what's about to happen. Okay? So it says, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. Right. You know? And that's why we crying out, how long, O Lord? But the Lord, all right, we already accomplished. All right, we're going through the final phases of us being purified through affliction, you know, suffering. And we have to witness, you know, our enemies, you know, essentially get away with murder. But we know they're not getting away. All right. But we have to endure the hypocrisy. We have to endure the tyranny. But ultimately, at the end of the day, there ain't no escaping the Most High Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right? And honestly, what we're going through with these nations, well, it ain't going to be comparable to what's going to happen to them when we in rulership. All right? And it's going to be fair. All right? It's actually going to be fair, but we're going to get them twice as bad as they got us. Okay? And remember, it's been over 500 years. 1492, the Southern Kingdom, the Northern Kingdom, or the Northern Kingdom, and then the Southern Kingdom. And then you think about, and you know, you had Christopher Columbus that came over, you know, and you know they started their campaign of slaughtering. All right, and it never ended. The prey departed not. All right, so up until now, with their unjust laws and things that they continue to do, all right, to box us in, to oppress us, okay? But think about it's even greater things that they have done in ancient history, which the Lord ain't paid them back for. So yeah, man, it's gonna be bad for our enemies, okay? And it's not even gonna be comparable, all right? So it says, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. You see? And the Lord is discovering your sins. All right? And the scriptures say that the Lord required that which is past. All right? This is Ecclesiastes 3:15. It says, that which hath been is now, and that which is to be hath already been, and the Most High required that which is past. Right, so the Lord is going to require. And to require something is to recount something, right? You're required. That's what Esau will tell you. You're required to do this. You're required to do that. This is the etymon online, the word required. This is an adjective, though. Let's see here. Let's get the verb. And to ask someone a question, inquire, right? So it's an inquiry, okay? It's like an inquiry, inquiring. So the Lord is considering everything that Esau has done in his throughout history and now, all right? A sense now obsolete. Petition, demand, right? Demand. A request to have or do something, but this original sense of the word has been taken over by request. To stand in need of one, to need of some end or purpose. It says send or of demand that someone do something. Okay, and the Lord is going to definitely do something. Okay, He definitely is going to do something. All right. So check this out. I'm gonna end on this one because I gotta get to it. And Lord willing, this was edifying. I mean, those lessons, the lesson that the elder did was edifying, and you know, so like I can't cover everything. It was just you know, striking while the iron is hot. So I couldn't recall everything that you know the elder was bringing out, but there was an edifying lesson, and it, you know, it kind of spark that zealous spirit, because of the injustices that we got to deal with, man. Just reflecting on everything. All right, so here, what was Solomon 12:12? I can start at 12. It says, "For who shall say, what hast thou done? Or who shall withstand thy judgment? Or who shall accuse thee for the nations that perish, whom thou made? Or who shall come to stand against thee to be revenged?" Right? For the unrighteous men. Right? Nobody. All right? Ain't nobody going to stand up for Esau. And that's why he's going to be alone. See, he's got the nation that is beckoning call, and they're riding with him because they really don't have no choice. But it's going to be every man for themselves, and they're going to have to deal with the wrath of the Lord, man, because the Lord ain't going to punish just one man. He going to punish the whole nation. All right? Just like we went into captivity, our kings, our princes, our priests, all right? The elderly, the young, the youth, the men, the women, the babies, all right? The men being slaughtered, the women being raped, okay? That's what's going to happen, all right? To E. Sleazy E, all right? It says, "For neither is there any God but thou that careth for all, to whom thou mightest shew that thy judgment is not unright." So the Lord ain't unright about what he's about to do to this devil. "Neither shall a king or tyrant be able to set his face against thee for any whom thou hast punished. For so much then as thou art righteous thyself, thou orders all things righteously." And the Lord is ordering this judgment, right? He's requiring and inquiring of the past and things that have been done, thinking it not agreeable with thy power to condemn him that hath not deserved to be punished. So the Lord ain't gonna punish someone that doesn't deserve it. All right? If you didn't deserve it, of course the Lord ain't gonna do nothing to you, right? But Esau, you earned your ass whooping. You have earned those, the ashes. All right? You've earned all of that. Okay, for thy power is the beginning of righteousness, and because thou art the Lord Yahweh of all, it maketh thee to be gracious unto all. For when men will not believe that thou art of a full power, thou shewest thy strength, and that's what's going to happen. All right, because Esau is going to try to pull this NWO. He ain't gonna try. He is gonna do it. He's gonna force. He's gonna mandatory bring the RFID CHIP. All right, to the forefront, which is the MOTB. Okay, and that's when the Lord is gonna show His power and His strength. "And among them that know it, thou makest their boldness manifest." Right. So check this out. And here's the point, and I'm gonna close out. It's Wisdom of Solomon 12:22. It says, "Therefore, whereas thou dost chasten us, thou scourgest our enemies 1,000 times more, to the intent that when we judge, we should carefully think of thy goodness, and when we ourselves are judged, we should look for mercy." The Lord said, what? "Therefore, whereas thou dost chasten us, thou scourgest," meaning punish, "our enemies 1,000 times more." So they're going to get it 1,000 times more, man. All right. And with that, Lord willing, this was edifying. I was edified by the elder, and the information that's coming out. All right. Until then, shalom. Okay.